Shalom, Markim.
Shalom.
Okay, Napash.
Amakwam.
Okay, we want to start with giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Mahar Gudash Rakar. Why is my light gone off? Sort that out. Okay. That will honor to the apostles of GMS and the honor that led to the brethren on the highways and byways teaching the truth in all sincerity. Okay. Today's lesson is going to be on, when you coming in this truth, man, to pace yourself in this truth, man, and I know we're coming in, like, we're in the end times, and every day is getting close to the end, and, a lot of it is expected of you, coming in this thing, but, a lot of you guys, you watch us on YouTube for a long time before you come out and see us and all that kind of stuff, so you should have a good understanding with things anyway, but, it's important not to eat too quickly, man. And what I mean is, getting ahead of yourself before you have, the sure foundations, man. Because everybody wants to, put their time and effort in learning these scriptures, man. But some brothers, some ex-brothers, go above and beyond to the point where, it destroys them, man. Because, they become proud with it, and and their foundations, it wasn't firm enough for them to start grabbing up to them higher levels, man, and ultimately they fall off, going wayward into other doctrines and that because they think they know better. Okay, so it's important to pace yourself in this thing because a lot of it's down to experience once you're in this truth, man. It's, it is about what you know, because you should know the basics of everything. I mean, it's not how deep you are, but how resilient you are in this truth, man. How strong your faith is at the end of the day, But we're going to get the scripture first. It's Revelation chapter 10, verse 9. You get that for me, please, Art?
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 10, verse 9. It says, "And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up."
Okay, the little book is the scriptures, man. Is the word. Okay, continue up.
"And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey."
All right, so like when you eat food, you put the food in your mouth, tastes good, tastes damn good. You find out all these things, you've been awakened.
You find out you're an Israelite.
Yeah.
Find out
promises.
Find out salvation is for you, and you find out who your enemies are, man.
So that's all the good shit, man. That's you mean like yes, it's all well and good, okay, but continue up.
It says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. Okay,
so you come in the truth, you're excited, you're full of vigor, okay, you're full of zealousness and burning with that passion, but you do this for a certain amount of time, man. You kind of that great fire that you had initially kind of dies down a bit, man, and things start becoming a bit tougher, man. And it's all about keeping that fire alight, okay, keeping that passion going, man. Okay, because a lot of people get just disenchanted with stuff, man. They feel excited when they come in the street, but then they're in it a year, they're in it 2 years, and they've been catching hell, with the woman, with their friends, with the world around them, work, whatever, and they can't take it because they're not strong enough inside. It's all about that faith, man, because that faith is what makes you strong, and that is given to you by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and that is the only way you can push on with things, man, by truly believing in what you're doing.
I've got a definition of the word here, persevere. The definition of persevere means to continue in a course of action, even in the face of difficulty or with little or no indication of success.
That's one type of guys that come in this truth. Another type of guys that come in this truth that don't do so well is those that got something to prove. They come in this truth, they just learn it, and top marks for zealousness and, learning the scriptures and that, great. But, some people, shoot above their stations, man. starting to think they're better than others that are around them, and they can't respect order. And those that do have order abuse their power, okay, abuse their rank, okay, thinking that they're better, you know. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many scriptures you know, because like I said, there's plenty of examples we could give you. You know, it doesn't matter about that. You know, it's about your dedication, man. Okay, to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and to the brotherhood. Okay, it's all about dedication, man, and following orders, man. It's about following orders. Okay, there is an order, man. Okay, and you have to get down with that, and you have to be happy with your station, man. If the Lord want to promote you, then the Spirit will make it happen. Okay, the Spirit will make it happen, man. Just do what you need to do. Seek ye your own salvation, man. Okay, be on point, but make sure you're on point, man. Don't be going wayward, you know, becoming high-minded and started diving into different things, thinking that, oh, they got this bit wrong, or, you know, because of your understanding. Because when you come in the shoe, your understanding is not completely there. Okay, that's just real. Your understanding is not there. You've not experienced enough to fully understand the scriptures, man. Because it takes time. It takes the Spirit to work with you, to grow with you, for you to get a more complete and rounded understanding, man. Because how we looked at things when we first come in this truth is different to how we see things now. Mm-hmm. You know, we have a deeper understanding of certain things, and some of the things only comes through experiencing it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not just purely reading it, because the scriptures are living waters, man. Okay, this whole thing is living. Okay, and we have to grow. The Spirit has to grow us, man, to bring us to these understandings, man. You know, that's why there's brothers on different levels. Okay, so you have to be mindful of brothers and how long they've been in it, man, because they've proven up until at least that point that they have what it takes to stick things out. Okay, beyond you. If you've only just come in this truth, man, you can't be looking at a brother sideways, man. You know, for any reason. You know what I'm saying?
I got a precept here. The point's in the 7th and 8th verse, but I'm going to read from the 2nd verse. This is a good example. Prophet Paul, all right? 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word, be instant in season. All right? Mm-hmm. Part of putting eating that roll, so to speak, digesting this word, is becoming a student first, and then second, becoming a teacher. And that's why we go out on the highways and byways to prophesy and bring out this truth to wake up other brothers.
Well, the thing is, you might just hold post for time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that might seem, you know, menial.
Good point.
You know what I mean? But that's your rank at the moment, man. You're not on that level yet to do anything beyond that yet, because you're not grown enough. And you might just have to accept that, man, and pray that the Lord, you know, do something about that. You know what I mean? You know, you make sure you study in that, and, you know, you can demonstrate your abilities to teach and whatnot. You know what I mean? But sometimes brothers might just hold post for however long it is, man. You know, it shouldn't be too long, but you might hold post for a while, man, or whatever it is. Hold signs, whatever. You know, before you get to, you know, put yourself out there.
Yeah, it said, preach the word, be instant in season and out of season. So that's a difficulty in itself, but you got to persevere through the different times. Mm-hmm. You know, one minute it might be snowing, cold, whatever it be. You know, and the longer this race goes on, you get people start thinking, man, you know what, I don't want to go out there no more.
Yeah, well, it's happened. People have done that. You know, people come out, then stop coming out. They don't want to see it. And then these other camps, they just stop going out completely, you know. In the winter, man, that's vacation time. You know, but the room in the Lord, they're always out there, man.
It's an all-round trial, man.
That's right. We don't get to book days off. We got work to do, man.
Out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So the longer some guys stay in this truth, they get to that, you know, when you, so to speak, when you hit a wall, when you might be training, all right, and you start to run out of that sugar, that glucose, man, then you just got to start running off some alternative energies. You hit a wall. When that faith starts to take your faith in its truth can be like wavery, you know, up and down. Nonetheless, you got to keep, like the brother said, you got to keep that faith burning, man. Mm-hmm. That passion. that zeal.
It's like I said, it's no mistake. This thing will be difficult. It is meant to be difficult, you know. But some people get soft, and then they look at guys like IUIC and thinking, wow, you know, their doctrine's not that much different. Like, maybe I should, like, why do we do this? Like, why do we go through all this? I could just be with them.
Yeah.
You know, and have a party every Passover and whatever, man. But that's not the way.
Yeah.
That's the issue. That is not the way. Yeah, you could go do that. You could go do that. But the fact is, man, if you do that, that ain't the way, and you're going to be destroyed.
Yeah, our Shai was tried by Satan. Satan tempted the Lord.
That's right.
So how much more is Satan going to tempt his servants, man?
That's right. We're all on trial, man.
And Satan goes after the weak. So when you're at your weakest, that's when those ears start getting itchy. You say, oh, that was... The apostles were wrong.
Yeah, they just start getting emotional, right. Finding excuses because they can't deal with the hardship.
Flat Earth, and you'll get guys who really go into weird doctrines, man, and you know, without even having a thought to realize. I'm gonna address that
in a minute, man, because Scripture forbids all that madness.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna get about that in a minute.
So I'll read on. It says, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth. And shall be turned unto fables. Yeah. And that's how Satan gets down, man. He's trying to get you out of this truth.
Puts that doubt in your mind. Doubt is a powerful thing, man. You know, if you don't have the strength, the faith to combat that, you're only going to fail.
Yeah. And they shall turn, verse 5, but watch thou in all things. So see all those examples of men, but you watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. So if you're going through things, that's a good thing, man. Then you know you're staying your course. When things start to get a bit too comfortable, you gotta ask yourself, what's going on?
Well, that's it. It's your ability to deal with those things, man. This is about resilience. Great resilience, man. Perseverance, that the brother brought up, man. Okay, that's one of the main things, you know, because that builds your faith.
Yep.
You know?
But thou in all things endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry, for I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith. Yeah, man, so stay the course, you know, to the end, even if it means, whatever it means, man. Some brothers are going to die, for a record, you know, and some other brothers are going to be saved, man. But you got to have faith, and part of establishing your faith is just doing the work, man.
I mean, it's important to get to the end, man. If you can't manage it, I mean, there's another scripture about counting the cost, you know, whether or not you'll be able to finish what you started, man. Yeah. You know, you have to have an idea of what you might encounter to have a kind of gauge that you can do that. Because if you can't do that, you're wasting your time. If you can't stand out in the cold every winter, you're wasting your time. Okay, if you can't do your 3 videos a week, you're wasting your time. Okay, and whatever videos in the future, you know, whatever it is, if you can't do those things, then you're just wasting your time. Okay, and you gotta be, like I said, it's maintaining that fire, man. Okay, brothers, like brother said, you know, flame fluctuates, man. You know, but keep pushing. You keep pushing, man. You know, we feel down. Everybody feels down. You know, it's just what it is. Okay. Anything more on that? Was that?
Yeah. Last verse. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. So you got to meditate on the prize, man, on the goal, which is Yahweh Shai and the kingdom.
Yeah, but some people want to seek an easier way. You know.
Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing.
That should be it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's enough. Okay, grab us Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12, please. You know, because like I said, it's important to stay on the course, man. You know, you was drawn in by this word. Okay, you continue in that word. Okay, you wasn't surprised by another camp or another group. Okay, if you came into GMS, it's because we speaking the word to you, and it engaged with you. The Spirit engaged with you, man, and brought you in. It resonated with you, man. Now, for you to turn your back on that and do whatever you want to do, that's fake.
Mm-hmm.
That's fake. That means you give up, man, and you've gone into something else because it's more convenient for you.
Yeah, it's just easier.
You know, but that wasn't what caught you, man. Because if you listen to us long enough, you know what we believe in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you should none of it should be a surprise. There might be deeper levels of understanding with certain things,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately, you know. Okay, so for you to come in now and then decide that's not what it is, that's BS, man. You know, Satan got to you. That's just what it is. Satan got to you. Okay, put that thought in your mind, and it bugged you out. Okay.
This is Hebrews 5:12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk.
All right, so you come out of the world with these certain ideas and that, and you thought you was on a level with certain things. Turns out these people are not on a level at all. So it's our job to teach, to retrain, like to redo you what you know, basically, to bring you down to base level again, kindergarten, and start teaching you stuff again, man. Because you don't know. Okay, because everyone's got a high mind and believes that they know stuff, man. But the truth is, when you dig down, they don't know shit. Okay, it's all rhetoric. Okay, read on that.
It says, and are become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat.
Right. So at the beginning is milk, just like a child is, you know, needs milk. It needs to be weaned off on the milk. Okay. So that's how things begin. When you have to start up again, you're starting on milk, on basics. Okay, that deeper stuff is not for you yet. Okay, you've not become seasoned enough to deal with the harder foods, man. Okay, you gotta concentrate on getting that milk to be nourished. Okay, to get you to a certain level. Okay, then beyond that, you know, if you get beyond that, then the meat comes. Okay, levels. Okay, read on up.
For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe.
All right, so you're a babe in this truth, man. You're a youngling. Okay, when you come in this truth, you're a youngling. You don't know shit. You're learning. You're still learning. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to time served. Okay, it comes down to time served, man. Because you're still not grown enough yet in the spirit. You've not allowed enough time to. Okay, so it's like when all of us came in, man. And we're still, well, I'm gonna take it back. We're still younglings in the street, man.
Mm-hmm.
You consider this, you know, brothers. If brothers been here 8-9 years, maybe now, you know, imagine that if you started again, then you're only 8-9 years old. You're young.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the elders now, 30 years. They're full-grown men in this truth, in the spirit. 30 years of grownness, you know. We're still young. Okay, so you have to show some respect for that, man, because they've done something that you've not even been able to do as of this moment in time yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so and you know, and you was drawn in off their spirit and their doctrine that the spirit is dealing with them, man. Okay, so you know, you have to show the respect. Okay, you don't know.
It says, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age,
i.e. the elders apostles. Okay.
Even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
Right, the spirit is working on with them on a higher level, man. That's just what it is. It's working on them with a higher level. So it doesn't matter how good or how deep you think you are. If you've not done what the elders are doing, man, the Lord ain't dealing with you like that, man. Your senses are not so keen as the elders, man. Okay, because the spirit is dealing with them on a higher level than you are, man. Okay, they you know, that's just what it is, man. They've been doing this a lot longer than us. They've experienced a lot more things than us, and that goes. It says have their senses exercised. Well, that comes with experience.
Mm-hmm.
Exercise is like practice. It's, you know, you're practicing something over repetitively.
Yeah, it's familiar.
They've done that for 30 plus years.
Second
And you
nature.
might have already done it for 3-4 years. How did you then become on a higher level? Doesn't work like that, man. You've not had your senses exercised. Okay? So yeah, slow down. Just sit in your station, do what you need to do for your salvation in this truth, man. Make sure you stay true to what you've been taught. Okay?
Stay underneath yourself.
That's right. And don't be, if you're like, you know, infatuated with or easily swayed with, you know, other doctrines and stuff like that, just stay away from it. Don't watch other cans videos. Don't go into anything that bookie shit. Okay, just stick with the scriptures, man, and with the elders and, you know, with the brothers around you, man. Okay, because if that stuff sort of bugs your mind, that you're better off staying away from it. If you can't deal with it, you know.
Word definition, and I've got a scripture after this. This is the word humility. It says the quality of having a modest or low view of one's importance, and that's what the brothers are describing to you, man. You got to stay under yourself. Other synonymous words are humbleness, meekness, lack of pride, lack of vanity. You know, basically just stop thinking that you've got to exceed to levitation levels. You've just got to just stay under yourself. Just be like, look, man, this is the job in hand. You know, you don't, when you go to work, you don't want to, you know, I don't like a guy who makes a simple job complicated. It's a simple job, just do the job. And that's you know, it ain't supposed to be complicated.
You can't do no wrong in this truth, man. If you do what you're supposed to do your studying, do your video, do what you're supposed to do, you can't go wrong. And maintain your course. You can't go wrong, man. If you start wanting to jump levels and do this and do that and start messing with shit, then whether you're right or not, you're going to cause all kinds of aggravation, man. And that could lead down a slippery road for you, man. Okay, because you're gonna start acting up. Because like I said, you're a child in this thing, and children are bratish. You know what I mean? Children are bratish, man, and they start saying things and doing things they shouldn't be doing. You know, they feel offended. Children always feel offended. You know, and that's why you get guys, when they fall out, they start talking too much shit. They could have repented and be brought back into the fold, so to speak, and be humble. You know what I mean? That's why rebuke is important, man. Okay, but it's important to also be able to take rebuke. Okay, you need to be level enough to take rebuke, man. Take criticism. No one likes taking criticism, but sometimes it's well deserved. Okay, sometimes it's well deserved, and you have to take shit on the chin. Okay, but you have to be level enough to take the rebuke, man, because you start. This is what gets you in trouble, man. The scripture tells you, man, it's not what goeth into the body, what cometh out, that causes the sin or something like that. Yeah. You know, so you could let yourself in a world full of pain for that with the Most High, man, and you don't even realize it. You know?
Yeah, man, like the brother's saying, if I may add, it's really one of them things where when you come into this truth, you really realize your biggest enemy is yourself, because that ego is what's speaking and cranking the wheels in your mind, which is really Satan. That's why the scripture says the heart is deceitful above all things. Who may know it? Because really, your mind's just coming up with all these excuses for yourself, and you think you're really
justified.
Yeah, you think you're making logic, but it ain't really logic. It's just your emotions.
And like I said, man, if you keep things simple, man, you're gonna be alright, man. Just keep shit simple, man. And you know, if the Lord wants to raise you up on a certain level, He will do. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that.
This is Sirach 3:21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength.
Right, so, starting off with the milk. You know, that's where you start off with, man. But when you start getting to eat meat, you're not necessarily gonna be able to understand everything that you read, man. You know, sometimes it's gonna take time to settle in. You know, take time to marinate in your mind the fullness of it. You know, and if you can't deal with something and it's fucking with you, man, just leave it alone. You know, wait to such a time where the Most High feels it's suitable for you to have that understanding, man. Okay, don't get bugging out. Think, I need to know what this is. You know, you don't need to know. What you need to know is, well, you probably already know, but that deep stuff, You know what I mean?
Basis is what it's there for.
You know what I mean? But you don't need to know specific things. It's not necessary. It's not completely relevant to your salvation. Okay, people get bugged out, but it's not. Some things it's just not. It's like where the tribe of Dan. That is you don't need to know. Okay,
we could lose your mind over it.
You know, it's deep, but it's not that deep. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, it is what it is. You know, Dan's not here. That's
Where
it.
Are they?
Dan's not here. That's all you need to know. Let's not get into the ins and outs of everything. That's just what it is. Okay, so, but if you encounter something in the scriptures you can't completely understand and it's driving you crazy, don't let it drive you crazy, man. Just leave it alone. Wait until such a time where Most High gives you that understanding, if he gives you that understanding. Okay, deal with what you know. That's the most important thing. Deal with what you know. Do that well.
Precept.
You know? Go on.
Ephesians 4 and 10 points in 12. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and some teachers. So there's an order in this thing, you know, basically to make sure brothers be in check, man. And for the, it's going to go
positions
on to say,
and ranks,
for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahushua. So yeah, man, you might not know something, but then different brothers might know something. You ask a brother, he'll edify you on it. Yeah. Because that's what we're really here for.
Don't have that proud like, I know everything. I need to be told that I know that already.
Yeah.
Man, you know, me, I'm still asking for stuff, man. You know what I mean? My memory is terrible, man. My memory is terrible. So, you know, when it comes to like, you know, verses and stuff like that, I might remember what the verse says, but, you know, not necessarily the verse or chapter it's in, or maybe book sometime, man. My mind's on the fritz sometimes, man. You know, but I got my brothers there with me to help me out.